What's up, bud?
How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. You?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
How was your drive home yesterday?
Longer than the drive down, but it was all right. In fact, I stopped off for Taco Bell on the way, so.
So was the drive longer, or did you just actually because you stopped?
Well, because I stopped, and just a bit more traffic.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
We discussed that. We didn't think there would be as much traffic on a Sunday evening.
No, but there was for some reason. Yeah, but we're not here to talk about traffic.
We're not. You came down this weekend. We had a good time. You went to our Sunday practice. You lost the chain.
Yeah.
We
But
didn't
I
go
took
live.
the win in the swap. Nah.
We wanted to play one to see who gets to wear it into the tournament on Saturday. Obviously, that's me. So I
think this is the longest win streak now, actually. I think you've won like 3 on the bounce now. I think that's the longest win streak either of us have had.
So I won at the 108. I won in Croatia.
Oh, yeah, it's 4. Yeah,
I won in November, and now I've won again. But did I not?
Yeah, so 4.
Did you beat me at national championships?
It was...
Because it could be 5 in a row.
It was nationals that I won, I think.
Okay.
Or the ACO. Because it was at that same venue. I can't remember which. But, yeah, I think it's 4 in a row.
Well, Saturday I'm going to try to make it 5.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So.
But speaking of Saturday, down at Portsmouth way, so we thought we'd get Dave on from Solent.
All right.
So here he is.
Welcome, Dave. Welcome.
How you doing?
Hello, lad. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
Yourself?
not too bad.
Yeah, I'm good. We've already got over the first barrier.
Sporting that new Wicked Wood jersey?
Yes, mate. Fits a little bit snug, but I can lose a little bit of timber.
Yeah. No.
I say that,
congratulations
about
on
everything
that.
I own.
Cheers, lads. Cheers.
Yeah, congrats on that, bud.
I appreciate it. I was working with Si, and he put me forward, so I was very grateful for it, actually, really grateful. So Ton sent it through and give us the opportunity, so I'm not going to turn my nose up at our Throw Ultra. So it fits really nicely for me, so I haven't got to change my bags. If anyone else has sponsored me, I've got to consider all those things, but I'm just happy to be given free kit and given an opportunity to throw free kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
For sure.
It's all good. I can see you, Graham. Josh, I cannot see you for love nor money. You off screen, mate,
yeah? Graham, could you see me earlier?
I can see you, yeah. So I don't know whether it's
just probably mine, mate. Don't fret. I'm not too worried.
we hear him anyway, Graham. So it's fine. We still hear him.
Good. I can hear you both fine, so it's all sound.
I don't know.
Is what it is, mate.
I can see you, so we should be good.
All right, man. So we're here to talk. I saw the y'all's post today, how y'all were talking about this months and months and months ago, about getting the opportunity to host, and that time is finally upon us.
Yeah.
So we will all be making the long drive down to Portsmouth. Well,
yeah,
near Portsmouth, right? It's just outside of Portsmouth.
Yeah, so it's just to the west. So we sit bang between Southampton and Portsmouth. So we refer it to Solent because with cities so close, it's a bit of a mess between the two, mainly football fans and historic stuff. So we try and say Solent to keep it peaceful. But the UKCL stuck with Portsmouth because it makes sense, because everyone knows where Portsmouth is. And if we said Solent, it just covers a region. So I understood the aspect behind it that Ben chose and the advertisements chose. So it works well. It's literally 20 minutes, but you have to go from one peninsula to the other. And we're in a nicer part of the area, so it's pretty good.
Nice. It looks like you guys have a pretty good venue as well.
Yeah, so it's the same venue we have our club night. So it's probably it's definitely bigger than the one where we go to Ashby. It's probably slightly bigger than the one we went to Hot Whistle, which was big enough as it was anyway. We're a little bit deeper, I think. So it's a big community centre, plenty of space to move around. There's a side entrance for those that want to go out and vape as well, so people haven't got to worry about going through the building. There's going to be plenty going on the day as well, so people will come in and see the club. Even though we advertise it really well locally, we do seem to be picking up a couple here and there. But it'd be good to see a little bit of growth. But yeah, the venue should hold 10 boards, 11 boards, depends what the UKCL choose to go with. On the blind draw on the Friday, we're going to go with 6 because we've only got half the venue because there's badminton going on the other half, but there'll be entrance through the side.
They're
so
always badminton.
Freaking badminton, dude. Jesus.
They love
Christ.
it. Shit,
Terrible.
I can't. Yeah, but if they're there, they might be able to see it. It's a way to advertise. There's also a quiz going on in one of the others, another hall off one of the main corridors. So Nick, who gave us the opportunity to move to the new venue, gave us reduced fees for like 6 months, is going to tap them up and say, like, we're selling beer. Come down if you want to buy beer because they haven't got a license. We have. So at least we can get some footfall through and they can see it on the Friday night as well as the Saturday, which is really good.
Nice. I wish venues around here would let us have some discounted rates while we get to pick up and get going.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, no, to be honest, mate, we really dipped in. So when Jared and I started it, we did try and do 2 separate venues. Jared found somewhere for free in like a little church hall. So we were going to do like a sister club, one because he lives 45-minute drive east of me. So we found a really cheap scout hall, which was like £15 an hour, which held like 4 to 5 sets of boards, which was good, still very tight. And that was the first night we did. And we got like 20 odd people come. And we was like, well, this is brilliant. Touch paper's been lit. People will keep coming. And then the following week was at Jared's. Similar advertising, just us. It was then that me, Jared, his brother-in-law, and a friend, and his kids. So it wasn't so good. But he lives really rural compared to where I live. Ours has got like 2 big towns around it. So after doing another night at ours and then one more back at his, we realised that it was just going to be better to stick with one, and we stuck with this. Although it still went very, very quiet over the summer period, and we were still scratching our heads whether it was actually going to be financially too much of a burden or going to be worthwhile. Actually, it's paid dividends. Actually, as you can see over the last 12 months, we've gone up rapidly, especially the likes of the Gedneys supporting us. You've only met Carol and Mark Hindry as well. They've been there since the beginning, and they come in and out. They do many sports, so they come in and out. And we've got another OG called Pauline Burge who's been there since the beginning. She absolutely loves coming, but she's been coming on and off since the start. So it's about 7 or 8 people from the original lot, and then we've just been tapping away. And annoyingly, Dave Farmer came and just is better than most of us already. So he doesn't like the nickname in the ringer.
Do all the OGs plan on playing this weekend?
So no, actually they're not. So for the original, it was me, Jared, Lorraine, and Colin. The only originals playing because Mark loves the social aspect of it, but doesn't want to compete. But I think he's coming on a Friday night to the blind draw, and Carol's going to come. But then only one's competing, I believe. But they're both working the stalls, being there socially. Pauline can't come due to family reasons, which is a bit of a shame. She's a big character, you'd all love her. But yeah, from the original lot, I think that's about it. We've got one bloke who turned up on the first night who's friends with the Gedneys, who's coming on the Friday. He's annoyingly good. Comes like once every 3 to 4 months for a social, throws a 6 PPR. So that annoys the regulars that can't even hit a 6 PPR if they come in every week. But Dan, his name's Dan Muir. He's a really nice bloke. Kieran's annoyingly not going to be there because he's in Paris getting some culture. I think he's pretty annoyed because he's been throwing really well recently and he wanted to get on the boards in a competitive way and keep pushing himself up and maintain the junior division.
You also always want to play in your home tournament.
Yeah, massive. And he's so, since he's calmed down his throw, I've let him throw a set of my Vipers a bit more recently, and they're sliding a little bit further than his sticky gremlin ones that he's got. But he's enjoying the game and his concentration's gone through the roof, which is massive. Still gets really annoyed at himself for no reason because he was playing Jared yesterday. I think he was down by 4 or 5 points, and had points already in the bag on that end, and just still got I think he won 3 points on that end, and still frustrated because he didn't get an 8 or a 10, but he's still taking points off Jared because they're blocking him up. So it's good to see he's now frustrated by not beating Jared instead of just losing every week.
Yeah, for sure. He's a good kid too. So
yeah, we've got. I think we've got.
He had a good show at Hope Whistle as well, didn't he?
He did. He came out, and it was nice to see the likes of them just beat each other and beat kids, but beat adults that I know they're at this, and I know they're not at the higher end of the competition, but they're giving people really good competition.
Yeah.
And taking like some decent names out, like beating Vicky. So I think Lily beat Vicky, and Kieran gave someone a really good game as well. So it's just nice to see them progressing. I know we're not expecting Chamness to come through like within like 6. His dad's owns of EG Cornhole. Like he's been playing bags since before he could think. So Kieran's been playing it 2 years. Lily's been playing it a year. So progression steady, and I just say maintain your PPR, concentrate on developing a consistency, and that's what we do. But I think we've got 15. I think Ben messaged me to say we've got 15 people signed up. So we've got others you've not even met. We've got a family, Carl and Noah. Carl's in the Navy with me. I got him to come down, and Noah's friends with another family that come, but they've not been coming recently, and they're going to compete. Noah won a second tier last week, which was his first ever victory, so that's great as a young kid. Carl's more consistent. Nick, who runs the Crofton Club, where you're going to be playing, he's coming. He's going to be there both nights. We've got Big Stu, Steve Rees. He's been to one event before up in Ashby. He's always on call, so he can't come weekends sometimes. But this worked out perfect. I think he swapped his duties around.
Nice.
And he's going to throw. And you got a bloke called Steve Mann. So Steve's similar to, I would say, like a similar standard to he's just probably behind Kev Penny, I would say, with regards to the way he plays, and he can have a mare sometimes, but then he can throw nearly a 7.5 PPR some games. So he's never really below a 5, but he will shock some people at the weekend as well. So nice. I'm not saying we've got another Dave Farmer in the back pocket, but there'll be some wins hopefully for the like the World Cup being on your back door. We'll see some decent wins, and you never know, I might actually turn up. What? Stranger things have happened, eh?
You better. You got a new sponsor.
Yeah, true.
They kind of expect that.
Yeah, and Jared's boys coming as well on the Saturday as well, which is good. Clayton.
Nice.
So we're very family orientated, which is nice.
No, I do like that about your club. I really do. I mean, I don't know if I've met anybody in your club I don't like.
You can talk to me, mate.
Nice people.
Be honest, you're talking to me. I'll rub people up the wrong way sometimes a little bit, but
I don't dislike you.
Oh, that's fair enough. Then good. That's good.
We rub people up the wrong way.
Have you met me?
Oh, it's like a radio show. It's like a radio show, isn't it? The podcast. You got to have both sides of the coin. You got to mix it up a bit, and that's the best way to be.
The beauty of this is
it all helps with the engagement anyway.
It's our podcast. We can say whatever we want.
Yeah, that's what podcasts are about. You're not trying to get viewers and listeners as like from a mainstream audience. It's people that want to listen to you for a reason. I listen to you on the way to work, usually on a Tuesday or a Wednesday morning, depends when you release it. Some stuff I'm tuned into, whether it's some stuff goes over my head because I don't know what you're talking about from ACL characters and your fantasy and that. I'm not involved, but I listened to Aaron's last week, was really good as well, and interesting to see. It's such a calm demeanour, the bloke.
No, yeah,
so chilled out. Yeah,
he's
so
just
chilled out
all the time. Yeah.
So that was good to listen to. But from our event next week, you going to manage to get to the blind draw, you two, or is it going to be just a Saturday?
So, I'm riding down with Woody, and because we're staying all weekend, we're hoping. He's hoping he can leave work at about 2:00.
Yeah.
He's going to swing by, pick me up, and we're hoping.
Yeah.
It all matters about that traffic when we get near London.
I'm waiting on approval for the half day off on the Friday afternoon. My boss, she's been away for a week, so she's back tomorrow, so I'll know tomorrow. Because it'll be a case of, right, lunchtime, I'm out the door, I'm on the road, because I think it'll be about a 4 and a bit hour drive anyway. So
yeah, the biggest thing you'll probably hit is the A34, mate. It's a single carriage road from the middle. Don't take any other road because there's no point. But you'll hit that single carriage or dual carriage road, but it ends up being single carriage road for Oxford and stuff. And then you'll hit Winchester. Once you're at that, you're fine, mate. There is a bit of traffic around there. You're all staying in the same gaff with the bidders, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're about 7 or 8 minute drive from our place. So once you're in, you're in. And just give me if you're running late and we can delay it by 10 minutes. Nick's on side, the bloke who's running the event. So we're going to set up a little bit earlier. Everyone will be available to come in about 7, do some warm up practice. Gives Lorraine opportunity to take the money and manage the money as treasurer, who's been amazing, by the way, since that. Giving stuff up last July when we formed a committee has been like a breath of fresh air to the way the organisation's run. Colin, Lorraine, Dave Farmer helping out with boards has been exceptional, and Kev Penny supporting everything. That took so much off me trying to run the club, do social media, run Score Holio, figure out where the money's going to come from. Have we got enough money to go elsewhere? Think about all the other aspects of running everything. Yeah, they've been excellent, and it's been a bit of a busy couple of weeks organising this, but I think we've got it pretty much sorted. So hopefully it runs pretty smoothly. So 7:30 bags are flying for the tournament, but everyone's got to be trying to get their 7 registered. If you're running late and you're definitely going to make it, we'll just get you registered, and you can retrospectively pay Lorraine as much as she won't be happy because she likes the money in the bank account. But Nick, we've got a couple of hours, an hour afterwards to set up the rest of the event. So if we run a little bit late, we can do that while the event's going on.
Yeah,
Nick's pretty sound with that. So
I think for us, it's just going to matter what the M25 is doing.
Yeah, mate. Well, yeah, you don't know, mate. It's Friday on the M25.
Whether we go on the north side of London or the south side of London, it really doesn't matter.
No, we're on a Friday. Probably the bridge probably does, and it's just Google Maps, mate, and Waze is your friend that day, isn't it? Really. And if you go north, if you go clockwise, you're stuck with that way. If you go the other way, I suppose you've got a few more options to go through the home counties. But yeah, 6 to 1
that is true. If we go on the north side of London, we can at least, if we had to, we could get off of it and kind of back road it a bit.
Yeah, there's ways through the M40 and stuff like that, mate. So you've got the option. I usually come up via that way. So to be honest, this is the first. Do you know what? It's joyous. No travelling for Cornhole for the first time.
Yeah. So if we're on the road by 2:30, 3 o'clock, we should be okay.
Yeah. Solid, mate.
It's just a matter of getting down there and through there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're trying, though. We're trying. I really want to get down there for it, for sure.
Yeah, even if you don't, mate, just rock up. Even if you're rocking up late, there's going to be beers for sale. You can just come in, enjoy the social.
Yeah, we're still
once the board's clear, just get to meet quite a few people before the night, before it all starts on the next day. 'Cause it's always busy. We always want to engage on the Saturdays, don't we? But once the whistle blows and everyone starts that first rounders, people's heads are in the game, and it's really hard to just try and speak in between. And the deeper you go, the more you want to concentrate. Not that I've gone that deep, but you know what I mean. I've seen Jared go from our club when he gets knocked out first round in the bracket, and then he's just got to concentrate, and he just looks exhausted before he's even got anywhere near the final few. So I know you need to stay focused. So the social bit's really key for us, because to be honest, one of the social we did at your place, the blind drawing at community centre, that was really good. I enjoyed that. I think that was probably about 2 years ago. I think that maybe. Yeah, but that was really good. Yeah, just chilled out night before, walked back to the hotel, a couple of beers, and I walked in the morning. I think I actually performed pretty well that day. So it's nice and relaxed instead of a 4 or 5 hour journey to wherever you're trying to get to. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but so.
Right, if I don't push what we're selling and stuff like that, I think Lorraine will kill me.
Yeah.
So food-wise, we've got sausage rolls and steak bakes on the day, hot food in the morning. There'll be cakes, chocolate, and what I call goffers because I'm in the Navy, but fizzy drinks. And then there'll be a selection of beers in the fridges where they'll be topped up from the Friday night onwards. So everything's on sale. Pay cash or card on the day. No stress if you don't want to go out and get food. It should all be ready there for you. The Friday night, if you make it, your £10 gets you pizza and entry. We're trying to figure out if there's a cash prize or not, but it depends how many people enter as well. But we'd like to. I'm trying to push it because I know people like to, if they're going to pay to commit. We're going to run the same format that we did up in Hawk Whistle because it worked really well. It was really good for engagement. So when you do the blind draw, it gives you a grade from A to C. Depends on your SPR. and the A's will be C's, and the B's. Some of the B's will be with B's. Hence the reason why Ben won last time, because I think he got a semi-decent player being with another semi-decent player. So, but I think all the others that finished in the top 4 were A and C's. So, doesn't always guarantee it. So it is a good way of running the tournament to make sure you get a good mixture instead of having the 2 best together, which guarantee cash, because we're not worried about the cash too much. It's more about the enjoyment.
For sure.
What you tell me is if I want a decent partner, I need to tank it at club night on Wednesday to lower my SPR.
So I don't think that'll be an issue, mate. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on your SPR on Wednesday when it drops down. But I don't think it'll drop by that much. Although you've got some very good. You've got some good players at Manchester. Could really take some big hits off you. Frustrating that you never see Mr. Sanderson ever, because keeping track of him.
Too committed to rugby while he's
I know.
camp, although he's now backed his ankle up, so he's not even at practice night this week. It's just all black and purple, so he'll probably be out for a week or 2. Although he could play on crutches, still be better than me.
Denny Mallon tore his Achilles and played with the knee scooter.
Yeah, well, we've got Babs coming, and he is fully racked up. He ain't doing anything. So
yeah, he's not playing though.
No, but he's coming though, which commitment to the cause, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in Rubies. We need to remember that Tony Gavin threw left-handed, having chopped his hand off pretty much, didn't he? So a bit of a dodgy ankle shouldn't cause too many concerns.
Jake out of my club, he broke his elbow and had to throw left-handed.
How'd he get on?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was shit, but he still did it.
That's fair enough, mate. Just got to enjoy the game.
You must believe, if from now till Saturday something happens to my right hand, I'm throwing left-handed. It might suck, but we're still throwing.
I am. I'm trying paddle for the first time on Wednesday. I guarantee I'll turn my ankle or something. Be interesting. But yeah, that's the event, mate. On the Saturday, it should be enjoyable. There is one thing I need to plug. Obviously, there's at least 2 names that you should be interested. Josh, is our raffle. I entered your raffle for your bags. I didn't win, which was a bit disappointed at that, but I've got enough bags as it is. But we've got a second card for our raffle, which is just like a football card. If you live in the UK, you know what they are. But your 2 children are on this one, Josh. So Lorraine says she expects a message later. £5 to win £100. That's all it is, or £10.
I'll tell you, because Josh did the first card, I'll do the second card. So I'll send Lorraine £10 later, and I'll take them 2 off the board. Then
I'll take your word for that, mate. Well, as soon as I'm off the call, they're yours.
Yeah, I'll when we're done with this, I'll send the money over and then message you.
Spot on. There you go, Josh.
Yeah.
Get them. Let's go.
But to be honest, I think we put it out this. I think there's about 15 sold. Obviously, there's 50 on there. So I think I've sold at least 5. We've sold at least 5 or 6 this afternoon. If you sell 2, but by the weekend, people will be buying them on the last day. And Ben Gregory was kind enough to give his £100 prize money to a donation for drinks on the Saturday. So for the first £100 worth of drinks, managed correctly, will go to the UKCL players. Obviously, someone's not going to get around a 10 for themselves or herself. But yeah, £100 available behind the bar straight away, which is always good. Soft drinks, chocolate, beer, whatever it is.
Nice.
Which is really nice of him. Yep. So that's guaranteed drinks, which is always nice. So, well, thanks, Ben. I'll thank you on air personally. Appreciate that massively. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think we're looking forward to just having an event where we haven't got to either travel on a Friday or get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, because they're frustrating. But I'd travel no matter what. I enjoyed going to Carlisle. It's a nice venue. The club had some great players, so it was nice to see other people loving the sport, which I found by accident. So.
I clearly don't mind traveling.
No, mate, no. Fair play to me. And to be honest, I was in a chat with Kev and Dave earlier about which ACL event we're going to try and attend. We're still trying to figure out what one. With France and Brussels, the main one, but we're trying to see if they're going to confirm the date for Brussels yet.
I know that myself and Liam are going to those 2.
So the France one for us is a bit tricky.
We're gonna go to France, and then we're staying out there all week, and then just going straight over to Belgium.
Okay, I don't think my wife would let me do that.
No, but it's Helly's birthday. It's Helly's birthday, so they were gonna do it anyway. And I told them I would split costs and just hang out.
Yeah, bit of third wheeling, nothing wrong with that, Josh. It's always good. Yeah, to be honest, St. Malo is really nice. It looks really nice. It's like the twinned area for a place called St Michael's Mount down in Cornwall, which is where I used to be based. So I know it's going to be a nice venue. The weather will be glorious as well in June. And it fell on my birthday weekend, and Father's Day weekend, so I was 50-50 anyway. But Brussels just seemed easier to get to, a bit of Eurostar. We can get there by car instead of having to get on a plane or a ferry, and so we haven't got to worry about sleeping anywhere an extra night. So I think that's the one we're considering more, but I'm still waiting for confirmation.
Did you say you're going to try to take the Eurostar?
The one with a car, we're going to drive over.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's just easier for commuting around. It's only a 5-hour drive in total for us, which is a normal journey for Cornwall, really, for us.
Yeah.
So,
I've done the Belgian one in the past.
Any good?
Me and Dan. Yeah, well, it was my first taste of ACL, actually. Like, pick me up late and I would just stroll through the night tunnel, get there, rock up in time in the morning.
Yeah. We want to try and do the whole thing as well. Depends how many years to go. One of us have to find a doubles partner, but I'm pretty sure once we're there, it'll be nice and easy. So
yeah, we can get you a doubles partner.
Yeah, but I want to do the European thing this year. I might be away next year, so I need to try and get to at least an ACL event this year. So
yeah,
as well as the UK one. So
yeah. No, it's fun, man. Going over to Europe and playing is a lot of fun. The guys are always really good people. The Belgium one will be great too. These dudes right here, they're the hosts of that one. Woody's and they're good folk, man.
Yeah, we was watching a bit of the one this weekend when I had scope between family life and football. The standard since when I first started watching has always gone up massive.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous. The Latvians, Lithuanians, I know they're at their own games, the Latvians, but the same old faces are obviously clearly there. I don't remember all their names, so don't ask me to quote them, please. But from the images you see, they are. But just the quality of the games are just every single one just seems to be at least an 8.5 PPR on the main boards, which is a UKCL event. We're probably struggling to have 4 or 5 games of an 8.5, both players above. So we know we've got some reach to do, but it's improved drastically since I first started. So
yeah, we're working our way up. For sure.
It's all good. What else was on the chat list, fellas? What else we got to chat?
Well, I mean, we just really wanted to give you an opportunity to get on here and talk about the tournament. And I don't know, you've been begging us to come on this show for a year now. We thought, we'll let you come on.
I'm just thinking I just felt like we needed a bit of exposure as a small club. One of the smallest clubs.
Yeah.
You got one of the small. You might have one of the smaller clubs, but you also have. I mean, out of all your guys, I mean, you're not at the bottom. So.
No. I think via numbers first. I think we're pushing for them probably the most consistent, one of the more consistent attendees every week. Like we're pushing 15 every week minimum now, which is really good. From my perspective, it's really difficult to. I think the adage of Kev, the improvement of the rain, and Colin coming consistently, and Dave Farmer has made a big difference to us. I think before it was me and Jared, and that makes a big difference. Them two coming in and improving massively is the pressure on us has gone through the roof. And I think at the start, one thing you said in the last couple of things, our post UKCL events, you're disappointed by both our players. And not in a negative way. And you said that on the call. That I think the first one was Lorraine, that she didn't do better than what she did, and it was the first time she reached tier 2. But I knew what you meant from the fact that the way she played on the day, she probably should have finished a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But Dave had a great tournament at that time. But then at Halt Whistle, he was kicking himself, and I think he finished 13th, kicking himself after a year, finishing 13th in an ever improving league. But the expectation in on is massive. And if you see him throw on a weekend, wow, it frustrates me. He's got such a calm. He's sort of like Aaron, but he's got a bit more aggressive throw. He's throwing psychos now as well, which are not an easy bag to throw. And they are flying on the hole every time. And he doesn't need to push through to collect. He's got the best collect bag I think I've seen in a long time. When it's just a third of the bag over the hole, he'll bring it back in, and he does it. He only practices once a week.
Yeah.
3 hours, which is, imagine if in the summer he's just going to go even better. But it is good. We're enjoying it. I practice at work and I'm getting a bit more interest. I'm hoping to bring some people down there. But we'll see where it goes. I've got a local football team willing to have us at a few events in the summer. We just want to see a little bit more growth, a few more people come in, but it'll be good. Is there anything else you need to know about the event, parking wise, that sort of thing? Basic admin.
If you have any helpful information for these guys that are going to be driving and parking.
Yeah, so the community centre, I'm going to advise people to arrive around about 8:30 for bags flying a little bit later. I'm not sure what time Ben will say. The earlier you get there, the better, really, because it backs onto a sports field which has probably 20 teams playing football on a Saturday. So if you get there, you claim your spot. There are a few other places which I'll put a post together in the local area. There are also traffic wardens, which is unfortunate, that will catch you out. So there are 3 or 4 free car park areas in the within like 5-minute walking distance. So I'll post that. But the main one is right outside the venue at the front. You're coming through the front venue. The hall's right at the back. They'll see you coming in and have a good idea what you're coming in for anyway. The way you're dressed or wearing jackets and shirts and that. So it will just be all the way to the back of the venue and just come in. But hall's massive, plenty of space to sit, plenty of food and drink. You hopefully enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it's going to be a blast, man. I've been looking forward to this one. We want to come down and see y'all's neck of the woods.
Socially wise, I know where you're staying. You're right, pretty close to the main road. But if you're going to stay in a local area, there is a pub in the middle in the village called the Red Lion. It's just a generic, obviously Green King. So you lot are used to that from Bury St Edmunds.
Yeah.
Plenty of them around there. But there is another smaller, the village I live in called Leon Solent. They've got 2 ale houses, Spitfire, a Seafire tap house, and another one. So I think a few people are staying in Lee. They may move down to there. So see where people break away and where people are going. But I can give you some direction and guidance once you finish. If you can have a social, if you can go back to the Airbnb. But
you're going to take us out and host us, right? Like,
I'm more than happy to take you into Lee. I've told my wife I'm drinking all night, so I've got to take my daughter to a concert the next day in London. So that's not till the afternoon. So I've got plenty of time to recover. So yeah, if people want to take a walk down the beach, we can get there. But it's a bit of a walk. But the beach isn't too far as well. So if you go out early, take a lonesome walk down the front if you really want to clear your mind. But it just looks over to the Isle of Wight. It's not a bad beach, but it's nice and warm and sunny, so you can step out and enjoy that as well. But nice. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it from a tournament perspective. We appreciate everyone coming down to support us, especially how we've been pushing around the country and seeing you lot compete and stuff.
For sure.
Be good to see.
I gotta come down there and make up some points for missing the Northern tournament.
Here's a question. We will see our friends from the US Air Force.
I mean,
what's going
on?
I'm leaning probably against no.
As it sits right now, we'll go 50-50.
Yeah, that's what I thought may be the case. I was going to message Aaron and Pi and see, but obviously there's a few other things going on. We'll keep politics out of it this afternoon, shall we?
We'll go 50-50.
Okay, mate. Well, I'd like to see him, and I hope so because Aaron's my pick usually for fantasy, so try and keep him in as long as I can. But I'll have to change it last minute if I need to.
For sure.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, but it'd be good to see you all. I think there's quite a few. I think we've got 52 signed up, so
I don't even know if I've signed up. Have I signed up?
You have signed up, mate. I have a spreadsheet.
Okay.
He must have done it early this time.
I always forget to do it until Ben Gregory messages me, and he's like, "Josh, can you please go register for this tournament?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my bad."
Mate, there's only one people. The latest people to sign up are the Chivers family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could literally be halfway on the way out on the road and be like, "Oh, the Chivers definitely aren't coming this time," and then we'll stop at the services, and they're both signed up. But I understand why with John, due to his illness and stuff. But I've messaged Ollie already. He's trying to get away, but he says he's started a new job and stuff, or a new role. So he's
as far as I'm aware, he's coming down though.
Yeah, it'd be good to see.
He's supposed to ride. He's supposed to ride with Rich Saturday morning.
Okay. Have you got any new ones coming? New players?
Nope.
Who we've not seen before? No new ones?
You've met Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
How about you, Graham? Do you know if we've got many from the Manchester lot coming? Do you know at all?
think it might just be me and Dan.
Really? No, Danny Goodyear, no Lewis Ola.
He's probably playing paddle.
He's a lot. I know it's a long. I know it's a long way to come.
I know one of the old boys, Rusty. He might be coming. Baz is busy, and some of the others are busy. So it'll be a small Manchester contingent.
It's just as long as Germany are going to have to making it. So especially at this time of year. And I'm fully loving their podcast 101. Such a it's the opposite end of the spectrum of this. This one is all about the pro game, the UK game, discussing aspects of mindset and stuff like that. And with them, this is a bag. Oh, and I love it. I love that. Love that so much.
The outtakes, it killed me.
So good.
Although speaking of them pair, they did actually on Wednesday night when I was there for Club Night, they've issued a challenge. So at Nationals, they want to play me and Josh in a game of doubles. So the challenge has been
on your form this year. I don't know who's going to win that.
Well, they're getting better every week. Rusty threw a 4-bagger against me on Wednesday, so
he's got his.
He could go either way. I'll be the factor on that. It's which Graham turns up.
Yeah, true. Well, mate, I don't think I've ever beaten you. I've beaten Josh, but I don't think I've ever beaten you.
You have. You beat me. I think we're like that. I think we're pretty level. Like that. I know for a fact you beat me a few times.
Oh, mate, I'm up and down. I'm the yo-yo man. I can lose 21-0 to the same player. I beat 21-0 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Frustrates me. Really frustrates
for sure.
But yeah, I think we've always it's just like me and the Biddifs. If I'm in rounders, I will play with Biddif without a shadow of a doubt. And if I'm not playing a Biddif, I'll play Liam or Dan. That's it. That's my rounders.
Yeah, I find that we all seem to have like that one player that would just meet for a while. Like for a while, for me, it was Dale. I think I played him like 5 times in 4 tournaments or something silly like that. Like it was annoying because he beat me every time as well.
Mate, he's a player that's getting better and better.
I want to get beat by somebody new.
I always have good games with Dale. We had a really good one at the first Open, and we played each other in the last one, but neither of us won at the last one. But I got the one up on him in there. But his game is so much more consistent than when we first played. Same as Mark Pallett. Them two have snuck in. They're like the, I would say, the Dave Farmer of their club, where they've just come in and just got better quickly, and then not plateau, but just incremental gains instead of big gains now.
Yeah,
which is good. But yeah, that's it. That's about the event. We're looking forward to having people down. I'm looking forward to showing off the sport. To be honest, I think people at work hate discussing me. I get beanbag snobbery chucked at me regularly. Ironically, I take some boards to work to practice at lunch in the gym, and they all seem to come down and practice with me. So they're not very good because they only play like 2 or 3 ends, and they're like, "This is too difficult. I'm going to cut away." But the abuse has slowed down a little bit since that's happened. So that's quite good. But yeah,
I find it's always good if they hit an airmail or something like that. They're like, "Oh, I like this," all of a sudden. Like,
yeah.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
It is.
I don't have the space at work.
But
it's normally in the car park and something.
Yeah.
I feel like newbies always come in, and that first time they show up and practice and throw, they always they'll throw pretty good, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I like this." And then they rock up the next week, man, and they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah,
couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat.
Because I genuinely think with cornhole, the harder you try, from the first time you pick up a bag, you're just throwing it at the board. That's all you think about. But then when people start coaching you, you start thinking about your grip. You're trying to get rotation and stuff like that. And then once that happens, it's like your arm and your hand and your arm and your elbow all disconnected from each other. So like when I was action men as a kid, that have 3 joints. There's no way you can control it until you realise just be smooth and throw it like that. But then you've got to concentrate on your head. So there's too many moving parts, mate. Too many.
For sure. I mean, yesterday, we practiced yesterday. Graham came down for the weekend.
Oh, I was about to say, just for one practice. That's commitment, Graham.
Well, he came down for the whole weekend, but Yeah, we were throwing, and man, I didn't throw bad. I just some games I was trying to do rolls and cuts and stuff that I didn't necessarily need to. So my SPR PPR is all jacked up right now. But then I threw some games that I'm like, if I throw like that on Saturday, I can get to the podium.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Like we're playing the last few weeks with Jared, and he said his game's off, and then he said his game was off yesterday, and he gets down on himself. Jared's always been a top end player. When he gets down on himself, he throws an 8 PPR, and it's like, don't get down on yourself. But like he was frustrated with himself yesterday a little bit because his throws just he doesn't think it's working, but it definitely is. But he threw an 8.5 PPR in bloody rounders, and you're like, you're doing all right, Jared. You're doing well. You're fine.
Yeah.
But he's his own worst enemy because he gets down on himself, but hopefully he's my partner for doubles, so hopefully he doesn't get too down on himself. We're rolling it back to our very first tournament where it all began.
Yeah,
which is good.
Well, April will be fun with doubles for sure.
Yeah, there's some good teams.
Some good teams.
Yeah, I think Craig and John will be difficult to beat coming back into it. Really
well,
do.
until somebody thinking there's still the chance, essentially. I know it was a few years ago, but
Yeah, the best. But Craig throws a lot. He has a lot of tournaments up there and like socials where they've got cornhole outside of his club. Like him and Byron throw at a barn festival or something every so often. So he's getting the throwing in. It clearly showed last time. Yes, he probably should have won, but Nick was solid throughout the day. But one bag kills it all, doesn't it? But he clearly is remaining consistent, even though he's not competing regularly with us, which is quite impressive. Probably even more impressive than the ones that are competing at every Open. So fair play to Craig coming down every so often, and then hitting the top 10 mostly, which is ridiculous. A lot of practice on his own, yeah.
For sure.
Gosh, I think that's the first time I've anyone joined on this podcast, so I must be dull as dishwater, mate. Fair play to me.
could still be recovering from the weekend.
Is it a session weekend as well as Cornwall, or just a social?
Literally, I got to Josh's at about 3, and then Woody got there about 10 minutes after me. First thing he did was hand me a beer. So we were on the beers from like 3:30 until we got back to yours. About 12, 1ish.
Yeah.
No. Hey, Woody was on comms. Woody was on the live stream the whole time, messaging. Or was that just in the mornings?
No, that was while we were out at the pub.
Fair play to him. Full commitment then.
Yeah, we were sitting around bullshitting, but we were also trying to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play.
But yeah.
I think I'm cooked out with Pompey stuff or Solent Cornhole. Apologies, Solent behind us.
All right. Well, we'll hit you up with the deck around then.
Move on to you. Yeah. So, how and when did you get into cornhole? So
it's the American friends I can say thankful for. As people serving for the US services, they know they've got a thing called the USO. I was a single augmentee, so someone who goes out on their own to a base. So I engaged with a few people, including the Slovakian I worked with in my office, and we ended up playing like a lot of table tennis. And then there's the boards next to us, and then 2 Hispanic lads who were really sound asked us if we wanted to double play levels against them, having never thrown a bag. We both picked up pretty quickly, and we were going up probably every other night to throw bags. So I started messaging US cornhole businesses, including the Windsor bags. At the time, Ryan Windsor was still competing before he had his break, and he sent me and my mate Mate, the Slovakian, 2 sets of bags each, and we just went every Monday night to compete. And we went from finishing last. As the UKCL, I never quite got to the finish line. I finished running up several times in my 6-month time, but they were good players every week. Every week was competitive, doubles, line draw, you going in and competing. But yeah, I picked it up from that, and I watched a lot of UKCL while I was away, seeing how good the standard was, and picked it up from there.
Nice.
Yeah, and then what was it the UK Open Season 2 was when you joined, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I managed to persuade my daughter to come up to Manchester with me as long as we listened to Taylor Swift the whole way up. And So
the things
I think
we do for cornhole.
Yeah, I think actually, to be honest, it's pretty good. She's a big artist for a reason. But yeah, I enjoyed it. We stayed in. I think it was the Bellevue one. We went to the Bellevue one. I think it was. I competed there. It was the first. I think it was quite a few of us was our first event that time. I think John Stein's first event, Macca's, Liam's. Yeah. So it was like
Bidolphs.
Yeah, fresh, like pure fresh meat to you lot that were just beating up on us.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nick was there for that one, the Pettits. I don't think. I think that was the next one in December.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think the Ashby guys were there at that one.
No, I don't think they were.
But yeah, there was lots of new blood, and you all came to play.
Well, it was like
Chris and Charlotte as well. That was their first one.
I was like, "Shall I go?" I said to the missus, "We'll go." And if I'm not even competitive. That's it. I'm not even going to bother. But I went, and I think I won a few games. I think I might have gone 2-2, and then got an extra game in rounders, which for me was good enough. And then I think I can't remember I lost 2, but I went out and I was just happy competing, and we had a road trip home, and it was all great. I think I stayed pretty much to the end as well, which is quite difficult to do from such a long distance, but I enjoyed every minute of it. So it was good.
So, what's your cornhole goal?
What is my cornhole goal? I'd like to represent Team GB as soon as I can. Whether I'll stay there because of the improving people younger than me and coming into the game, but I just at least one shot at doing it because, yeah, it's an opportunity for that. But for me, I want to grow it in the south. For the outside of just doing cornhole, I want people to become aware of it. I want to be part of the growth of the sport in the south of the country because there's plenty in the north. And obviously you're right on the east coast, Josh. So you've always got that US service personnel you can suck in.
Sure.
I seem to bring in as many as I'd hope really as a club, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It is weird.
And I tried to start a club in my when I was a course manager at my local base, and I got all the equipment, and I started running a club every Monday where you've got like nearly 1,000 trainees. I was running it every Monday, and to be honest, it would turn that into an hour and a half practice for me. And they paid for all the boards and that as a base, and I had to buy them back off. And actually, that ended up being my starter kit for Solent, but I didn't get anything. But I think it's because people are just too scared of the unknown and just don't want to try anything anymore. So, but I'd like to continue to grow.
For us, it's like these guys that live out on base, though, man. That's on a Tuesday night. It's going to be it can be almost up to an hour round trip, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but
it is.
It is when you got to be at work, say 5, 6 o'clock the next morning. Yeah. So
you lot seem to work having worked with you a lot as a service. You lot seem to work more strict with your shifts compared to us. So if there's sport on, well, the British just tend to thin out and do it if we can. And even if it's consistent, you just work harder at a different point in the day and then have a good chat with your chief. But US military seem to be a bit more definitive on when you can and finish instead of trading off. So
yes,
maybe part of the aspect of that. Maybe I can't get a job there, but if I did, I'd definitely manipulate the system to make sure that people could get away from cornhole.
If I can't have any morale. No morale.
God, you got to have morale. You got to.
So I retired.
I'm too far off of that at the moment. Might be a few retirees this coming week. I think there might be a few people putting a notice in.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we will see.
Right. So your highlights so far?
That.
Yeah.
2 reasons. The game itself, actually. I enjoyed the whole weekend. Frank and the team, Kim, everyone that came over really, and I didn't throw very well at all weekend. But I enjoyed the aspect of the venue, the players, but the game against Ollie. Me and Ollie always have great games, always have good games. But we enjoy them, and I don't mind losing to Ollie in any way because he'll kill me with about 4 AMLs, and then he'll throw 3 off the back, and then I'll come back into the game. But I think that one I was down either 17-4 or something daft like, and I came back and won. But he was graceful throughout, and I enjoyed it. And to be honest, it's the first bit of wood I've got, and I'm probably going to struggle to get another one for a while. So, yeah, that's my highlight so far. apart from starting my own club, obviously, with Jared.
Favourite shot?
Is my favourite shot. So it used to be the collect. But I'm really liking the air mail the last few weeks. I did Dave twice yesterday to win a point when I could have just boarded it, but they were swishes, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So I think I'm liking the air mail at the moment. Before it was just a collect bag, just consistently collecting the same bag, putting a blocker in, collect, blocker in, collect. But I think I've gone back to air mail now. I really enjoy that.
You love an air mail.
Yeah.
So what bags do you use?
Well, so given our Throw Ultras and our Throw Ultra Viper R's, are they my best bag for me? Probably not when the boards slow down. But the feel in the hand, the quality of the bag, like I've got far too many sets. I think I've got 4 sets now. I've just given a set to Kieran because I've got too many and he's throwing them really well. But I just feel they're a good quality bag. Like even the first ones I got after Jared threw with me, 2 years ago now, they're still good enough to throw. And when the boards are fast, I can bring them out and they're true. I find them really true. So love them. Obviously, I love Ultra, responsible Ultra, but that was just pure chance of put my neck out and see if they'd do it, and they said yes. So very happy with
that. Do you prefer playing round limited or to 21?
What do I prefer? I think I prefer to 21, but I win more at round limited because I tend to blow a lead.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah, that's my sentiment exactly. Like the club night on Wednesday was round limited, and it worked well for me because I didn't have time to lose my head in a game and then give up the big rounds that I'm known for. And my risks were all style of, do we just board it for a wash or do we just go for that airmail? Paid off a few games, so yeah.
See, I
get that.
I like round limited when I'm winning, and I like to 21 when I'm losing.
Yeah, because you got the scope to come back. Like yesterday, the first 2, I think I played Jared and Dave, and the first 2 ends I gave away 7 and 5 points or something. So if it's round, we did have round limit to 18 yesterday to try and give us scope to finish the tournament to get to the end we're practicing for next week. And actually, I beat Dave and Jared, and they both beat me. It went both ways yesterday, so it did work out. But yeah, you need to be consistent from the start now, which is something I really used to struggle with, which I've got better at.
And right next, so who's your favourite player?
Who is my favourite player? Do you know I like Matt Wilson? He's got a lot of videos and he's down to earth, and he just delivers content which I've got an affinity towards because I feel I've struggled with the same stuff. Granted, he's 10 times better than I'll ever be, but his content really makes me understand the game in the way that he does, and it's improved my game a lot recently, especially with breaking it down with his shot choices and stuff like that. So from an ACL perspective, yeah, that's the person I like to watch online. From a UK perspective, which players do I like to watch? I like watching Dale because I don't feel like he should throw as well as he does looking at him, but he's got such a smooth throw recently, and he's got such a strange. He stands with his hand behind his back and when he releases the bag, you feel like he's going to be nowhere near the board, but it is every time. He can throw a lot of. He's really good at just consistently being more consistent down the middle than most players that I've played against, which is good. Nick's got better at that recently as well. I don't think I need to talk about Dan and Liam because I think everyone knows they're good, but players outside your quintessential top 3 or 4, Dale's the one I like watching play.
Who would your dream cornhole doubles partner be?
This is one I find really strange because I don't want someone that's gonna. I don't like being shouted at, even though I'm in the military and I've been shouted at for like 20 years. I also don't like being told that's okay, like I'm a toddler. I just need to be someone who's straight laced and tells me how it is. Like that was a crap shot. This is what you need to do. This is where you need to aim, and try it. And if you miss it, shit happens. That's all I want. So it's hard trying to find people like that because Jared supports me. He's like the mega supportive figure. But I just wanted someone to just go, yeah, it's all right. but I don't really played. I think John Steins would be a good person to play with because he'll do everything I wouldn't do. He'd block people up. He'd be going for air miles when he doesn't need to, or roll bags. Maybe John Steins I'd like to play with, just because he's so blasé with his attitude and bit meh about the way he plays. I like that. I need that. I don't want someone down the other end critiquing me or giving me stick or telling me it'll all be okay. I want John to go, meh. That's what I need. So probably John.
And your favourite thing about cornhole?
The roller coaster of emotions it can give you in a whole day.
Yeah.
Like, I've played football and I referee football and all that sort of stuff. You go out with one mood, and you know pretty soon how that sport's going to take place from the get go. Granted, there's some big turnarounds in game, but mostly you know how it's going to go. But you could turn up to any club night, tournament, just a little throw around like you did this week in social, and you enjoy every minute of it. But there'll also be massive peaks and troughs throughout that day. You can go and lose 21-0 to someone that you should definitely be beating.
Yeah.
And then you can go and beat the best player and the best player there. And then 2 days, you can have a long game, and it can be back to 21-0. You just don't know. Generally, every time you step on them boards, you don't know what you're going to face. You don't know what the mindset of the person is next to you. Yeah. It's a really good sport for that, and it tests your mental resilience as well. That's why I like it.
For sure.
And then final question: if you had to have a walkout song, what would it be?
All right. So this one, I asked the wife. So I'm from Dagenham. So Graham will know where Dagenham is, or heard of Dagenham. It's a horrible place in East London / Essex, renowned for Ford cars in the 30s and 50s. And obviously, my name's Dave. So there's 3 songs called Dagenham Dave. One's by Morrissey, which is really melancholy and actually quite a good video. One by the Stranglers. There's also a grime artist called Jammer who sings it about Dagenham Dave. Actually, it's quite a punchy intro. So we had a little chat and listened to it the other day. And actually, out of the 3 Dagenham Daves I could choose from, I'd walk out to Jammer. If you ever get a scope to listen to it, it's quite punchy. So that's the one.
I'm going to listen to that. I might use that when I come to do the socials after. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much swearing there is in the first bit. I know he only uses that bit in the very first bit, but I think as a military person, probably not the best thing to relate to me. But as a lad that was born in East London / Essex, yeah, it works pretty well. Quite punchy. So Jammer, Dagenham Dave.
Yeah, I'll listen to that later then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the deck around then.
Yeah, appreciate that, fellas. Appreciate giving us some exposure to the club. And to be honest, I really appreciate you. Do you know what? I was made up when you brought Lorraine on before any of us. She's a great asset to the club.
She was super hesitant though.
Oh,
she was the first guest Josh had in mind.
Well, yeah, I can understand that from your perspective. But yeah, she is hesitant.
It wasn't just a beating; it was an ass whooping. First one in rounders.
Yeah, but honestly, you should bring all 3 of them on the Gedneys. Give it the Gedney show. I'm not sure you'll be able to keep Kieran Steele for a whole episode, but Colin is great. Colin is fantastic, mate. He does all our social media and stuff. So I'm just really grateful that I'm grateful for them being in the club, for what they had as players and as personalities. So yeah, it's good. We've got a good club, and you'll see that this weekend. So I look forward to seeing you all, and I appreciate you having us and giving us an exposure.
For sure, bud.
Yeah, and hopefully it's the first of many down in Solent / Portsmouth. And I hope you like the area and you appreciate it for what it is. It's a lovely place to come visit.
Give a shout out to your sponsor.
Ton, thank you very much for sponsoring me as a player and considering me. Sire, thanks for putting me forward. I really appreciate it. Wicked Wood, great source of equipment, bags, anything you need for cornhole related sports and other sports as well. And pushing out the ACL Europe aspect as well. They're on that every weekend. This weekend they've been well represented by their players. So several players welcome me to part of the club and the group. So thanks very much for reaching out to me, and hopefully I can do you proud this weekend. But unfortunately, I can't wear that shirt this weekend. However, it will be there somewhere in the background. So make sure that the club gets recognition as well at our first event. But yeah, thank you very much, Wicked Wood. Appreciate it. Bud. Cheers, fellas.
All right.
Have a great evening.
We'll see you
Cheers,
Saturday.
Dave. Yeah.
Friday.
See you Friday. See you Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah. Cheers, Dave.
And we're back. That was Dave from Solent. Always, he's been wanting to come on the show for a while. We finally get him on here. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
I think timing wise, with it being before the host event, I think it's perfect him on be on this week as well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Good to have him on the show. Real good guy. Got a good club going on. So yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. Yeah. I don't have much else, man. What do you got?
Well, he shout out our sponsors, so we'll shout out ours.
Yeah.
Slicky Baggers.
Slicky Baggers.
Just beat them.
For ACL bags. Good merch and some good dudes. Give a shout out. Our boy Anthony. Our condolences go out to you. I as you're aware, I know what you're going through right now. So yeah, my condolences go out to you, brother. It's hard losing your father. So I understand, bud. So yeah. I don't have much else, man.
Oh, I'm Graham.
I'm Josh.
Remember,
Just board it.
Laters.
Later, bud.